Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Japan Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography, and what is our topic today? Political development. That is the most important, and the chapter of here the India between AD 750 to 1200. That is the most important chapter, and important here the point political development. The political development after the Harshvardhana about was you have read in the last chapter can be best understood if you divide the period from AD 750 to 1200. There is a most important divided there is a period in the two part. The first year part of AD 750 to the 1000, there is an important part here, but second year AD 1000 to 1200 is also important part here. The first phase was the marked by the growth of three important political power in India. This where is the Gujra is the Pratihara. Gujra is Pratihara in the North India, and the Pala in the Eastern India, and the Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakuta is the South India. There is the most important three power. There is a Pratihara, Pal and Rashtrakuta. There is a three power fighting to the each other, and there with the each other, and the aim to be set there control on the Gangotri region, northern India. There are power very constantly fighting with the each other, and the only aim here to the control the Gangotri region of North India. This is the arm confessed among these three as a power is known as a three-party struggle. That is the most important name here. In the second phase, we will notice the is a break up to the this power and resulting in the rise of many small kingdom all over the country. There is the most important. There is a rise of thus many smaller kingdoms all over the country. For example, in the northern India is a disintegrations of the Partihara, and the empire is about to be of is a forefront is the various Rajput state under the control of different Rajput dynastics such as the is the Hamans, the Chauhans, in the Chandelas and the Brahmaras as a sector. This where are the state with a fight they restricted the Turkeys attack the northwest India led by the Muhammad Ghaznavi and the Muhammad Gauri in the 11th to 12th century, but had to the yard ultimately as a failed to stand up unitedly against the invader. There is the most important for arrive for the India Muhammad Ghaznavi and Muhammad Gauri also. Let us now trace brief of the history of the three power we have mentioned above. There is a Pratihara. The Gurjara is a Pratihara. The century was found by the is a Nagavata. Nagavata won in the regions of the Malwa in the 8th century. He belonged to the Rajput and clan. Later on, is the successor is a Vastya Raja extend his rule over to the large part of the northern India and made a Kannauj in the western Uttar Pradesh in the capital. The Vastya Raja is a policy of expansion. The both him to be confessed with the Dharampala in the Pal king of the Bengal and Bihar, and some the Rashtrakuta. The Rashtrakuta is the most important king. Is the Dharava from to South India jump into the fight, and thus the began with the known as the three-party struggle. And the struggle among the three power, it is a concept for about the next 150 years under two various succeeding king with the upas and the down. There is the Partihara. Gujara Partihara, however, could be continue to maintain there is a hold over Kannauj till the last, and he was highly praised by the Arabians scholar Suleiman from to keeping his empire safe for the robbers. That is the most important here, a safe for robberies. And the eastern India is a Pala century was founded by the Gopala the 8th century. As the name of the all the succeeding king is ending with the Pala, and this the centuries is come to now as there are Pal the centuries, and the son as the son of the Gopala by the Dharampala and the Devpala. There is a most important Dharampala and Devpala greatly extending the power and prestige of the Pala centuries. And there is the expansion toward the west and the check by the Pariharas, and the Pala is continued to the ruler over to the Bihar and Bengal for nearly 4 centuries with a small break. The Pala king were is a followers of their Buddhism. There is a most important Pala king were followers of the Buddhism, and there is greatly is promoted his religious by the making of monasteries, is a viharas, and the temple in the Eastern India is a Dharmapala is known as to be founded to the famous Vikramashila. The Vikramashila is a university near to the Bhagalpur in Bihar. As a like in Nalanda University is attracted to the student from to the all part of the India and also from a Tibet. The many Sanskrit texts were translated into the Tibetans at his monasteries, and the most as a celebrated name to associate with the Vikramshila University was that is Assisa is a Dipankara, who is greatly respected in the Tibet. In the south is a Danti Durga, was the founder of the centuries called Rakshtrakuta. As in century 8th century AD, the capital of the Shashtrakuta was the Manukheta and the Malkid near a Solarpur. Solarpur is the under to the king of Durava, and their Kashtrakuta is turned to about to the North India in the beds to a contour of Kannauj, and then the empirical cities and the mentioned above. It led to the beginning of the tripartite struggle. One of the important king of the Rashtrakutas is the centuries was a Krishna one. There is the most important here. Krishna one is he is built the famous Kailasha temple. Kailasha temple is a very famous at the Ellora near to Aurangabad and Maharashtra. It is dedicated is a Lord Shiva, and the monoliths as a made of the one single piece of rock. The Arab accountants inform us from that Rakshtrakuta where is a quite a friendly with the Arab trades who is a visit the empire, and this trade were to allow to the build is a mosques and flow there is a religions without any hindrance. It is a testifies to be a liberal attitude of the Rakshtrakuta king, and also there is a desire to the draw of economical benefit from to the growing and the sea trade of conducted by the Arabians at that time. In South India, the Chol king of founded a Mandali empire during to the AD 1000 to the 1200 AD. The relationship between these Chols is called the empirical Chols. With there is the earlier Chols mentioned in the Sangam literature is not clear. The Chol come to the power after overthrowing the authorities of the Pallavas in the South India. The founder of their Chol century was Vijayanaga is the 9th century AD. Vijayanaga is the 9th century AD, but the real architect of the glories of the century of the Rajaraj I. Rajaraj I is the AD 9085 to AD 1014. That is the most important here. And his son Rajendra I AD 1014 to the 1044. During this heyday of the Chol Empire, it is extending from to the R. Tungabhara. Its tributary is R. Krishna in the north to the Kanya Kumari in the south. There is Chol king is made to successful use of their Navya and the conquest not only the Maldives and there is a Lakshadweep, Maldives and the Lakshadweep island, but also is a Sri Lanka. And there is also defeated the king of the Malaya and the Java and the Sumatra. And the one of the greatest contribution of the Rajaraj is one and the constructed of the famous temple known as the Rajarajaswara. Rajarajaswara was the Brideshwara as temple and dedicated to be a Shiva at the Tanjore, and he also ordered to the survey of the land of better connection of the land revenue of the empire, and the rule of the son Rajendra I was even more diligent, and he is carried his arms up to the Ganga in the Bengal after defeating the Pal king. The Mahipala to be a commemoration of their victory of the founded a new capital is called Gange Kocha Choharapuram. That is very difficult is the name here, and the quote for himself or title Gangai Konda. You can search a Ganga he was there is a great is a potent for the learning and now was the Pandita Chola, and the last important Chol king is a Kulutanga. Is a Kulontonga is AD 770 to 1122 AD. Under his Chol empire started, and this integrating and the shrunk to the much smaller area. That is the most important. The above count will make you understand that is thought there was a frequently inter-regional clashes and the cultural growth was also taking place side by side. In fact, the emergency of big political power, both about their relative stability in a different regions, it is led to be development of distracted culture pattern and the related to the art, architectures, and there is a literatures and the within each of these regions. We shall be discuss the patterns slightly later in this lesson. Here the show a political map of India. There is a 750 to the 1000 AD. There is a most important area show on the three important dysenteries. Is a Partihara, is a Pal and Dashkuta. There is a most important area belong to in this map. There is a most important area show in this map.